In this video, I'm going to tell you how second order thinking can help prevent you from a relapse. So I'm going to get into it really quickly. Now, what is second order thinking? Second order thinking is thinking through the consequences of your actions. So when we think of an action, generally, a lot of us will think about the immediate consequence of our action. But second order thinking is looking towards the consequences of the consequence of our action. So each action we commit in life causes a chain reaction down the road that we may not always be aware of until it happens. And when it happens, this is called unintended consequences. And these are usually negative consequences that we don't foresee happening because we don't think our actions through. We only look at the immediate gratification, the short term. So the first key concept of second order thinking that I want to leave you with here today is immediate gratification versus long-term gain. So how second order thinking can help you in life is to distinguish between an action that brings immediate gratification from actions that bring you long-term gain. Partaking in substance use or watching pornography, smoking, whatever these negative habits are, they're enticing because they provide an immediate reward, an instant gratification. And usually when we fall into these behaviors, we forego the secondary and tertiary consequences that result from these behaviors. So take smoking, for example. The immediate gratification is that surge in dopamine, the endorphins rushing, we feel calm, we feel comfort. But the second order thinking will tell us that, well, we might give ourselves cancer or bronchitis. We can damage our lungs, our throat, our gums, all these different consequences. And we don't usually think about these in the short term because they're so far off in the distance that the immediate gratification of smoking the cigarette is more important or more worthwhile than the negative unintended consequences that may result years down the road. So that's basically what second order thinking is. The second key concept here is hyperbolic discounting. Hyperbolic discounting is usually why people fall into a relapse, because we discount the consequences of the relapse. So if we're abstaining from alcohol or we're abstaining from pornography, we end up relapsing, we do so because we discount the negative effects of our habit. So if we say, screw it, I'm going to go to the bar and drink today, no big deal. Well, we discount the effects that we're going to experience tomorrow, which would be the hangover, the regret, the guilt, the shame, which may lead to us drinking more down the road in order to drown out those feelings of guilt, shame, and remorse from our relapse. Because we're going to feel good in the immediate present, but we're not going to feel good when we wake up sober and hungover, realizing that we just threw our sobriety away. So we hyperbolically discount, so we under-exaggerate the impact of the consequences of our relapse. Now, the third and last core concept that you need to know about second order thinking is to think like a chess player. The best way to think about second order thinking is to think about chess. In chess, it's all about not the first move you see, it's about how many moves ahead of your opponent do you see that will ensure a victory, right? So if you're setting a trap or you're playing an opening and you're anticipating the move of your opponent, you're looking ahead, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 moves ahead, or 2 moves or 12 moves. It doesn't matter. As long as you're thinking beyond the immediate gratification or the immediate pleasure that you're going to receive from whatever action that you're contemplating on doing in life, right? So if you're a chess player, you're going to be wondering if the bishop is going to come out from your opponent if you move your knight to his queen side or something like that, right? So you're thinking a couple moves ahead. So if you're in real life, you should be thinking about the consequences of your actions, right? So if you go on to one of the hub sites The second order consequence is that you're probably going to end up jacking off, and the third order consequence is that you're going to feel guilt and emptiness and dissatisfaction after that immediate gratification, the short-term immediacy of the reward or dopamine from the pornography that stimulates you. But you're discounting the second order effects of the negative effects that you're going to feel after that, and then the guilt and the shame if you've been trying to quit that pornography or that drug or alcohol or whatever substance is plaguing you. So this is the basis of second order thinking. I hope it's not too complex. If it is, just think about chess and how to defeat your opponent, you need to think moves ahead, not only your own moves, but your opponent's moves, so that you don't run into unintended consequences. Unintended consequences are the negative, deleterious effects that we receive from negative behaviors like alcohol addiction, drug addiction, pornography addiction, right? The negative effects from pornography addiction could be inability to find a mate, inability to have social confidence, inability to pursue your dreams because you're satiating your drive as a man all the time, right? So you feel too comfortable, you don't have that fire to go and complete your vision or chase your dreams, right? So I hope this video finds you well. Don't fall into the second order unintended consequence of a relapse. Give me a like and subscribe, and check out this one for more.